So I want to discuss like how hard it is to like just like live. It's tough to live, y'all. It's tough. Okay. Here's why. So and for me to like talk about what I want to talk about, I think I need to like tell a story first. So one day I go see a chick that I know, and she introduced me to a guy that she know. And the guy says, "Hey, this is my business. I think that you should never do work in your room, in the room, period, and always do it in the office." Okay. And I'm like, okay. Now this guy wants to be a billionaire, millionaire, all of that. And they actually stopped dealing with each other because my bitch wanted to like do work in a room continuously. And then when they like was on their last day of bullshit, like she go work in the office. But Shreddy still get dumped. So it was just like, what did I learn? I took from that like maybe I should do work in the office, like not in my room. So now I'm here. I'm doing my photography shit, booking, modeling, whatever. And, here for like 2, 3 days. And I'm like, damn, I got to do some work because I have an assistant job. And so the other day, I'm doing my assistant job and I go outside to do it. And because I didn't say I was doing it, I'm being spoken to while I'm doing it. So I'm like, I'm in someone else's house, so I can't like tell somebody, hey, I'm busy right now. Don't talk to me. Like, I don't believe that's something I can do unless someone told me I should do that. So that's that. So then it's like, with that, it's like you think like, so I go into the office to do the work. Well, I get told like, hey, my office is off limits. I don't want you in there. I don't want no one in there but me. But that's the only thing that was said to me. And then for the next 30 minutes, nothing else was said to me but that. Okay? So when I got done, I came out the office. Now, later on, like, it said, like, why were you in there than anywhere else? I'm like, well, that's actually the only place I knew you wasn't going to say anything to me at. Because anywhere else, you were willing to speak to me instantly. You did. So yeah, I'm like, gotta like just leave that alone. Whatever. These like little mini critters. Like look at these critters. So boom. And I was like, but that's not great to say. And I'm thinking maybe I could have stayed in the room. But it made me think of this moment when I thought about that, and I'm just like, dang, isn't it hard to go see people, to go be by people, to go hang out with people? And like sometimes people be like, oh, I can't come over because I got too much work to do this week. And then you be like, well, it's not that serious. You can do some of your work here, like it's cool. And you come to do some of your work there, and they're like, well, you can't be here, here, and here. You can only be there. And you be like, oh, it's not a good setting for me to do this work. I must leave. And it's like, I know why it's important to have your own, to make sure you can obtain your own safe zone, your own comfort zone, your own work zone, your own zoning. Okay? Because you got codes to how you want to be and how you want to zone out, you know? And those codes is going to help you stay in your zone. Stay in the zoning that you got available. You dig? So I think that's important. A lot of other things happen too. So I think we should also talk about, I know how tough it is to deal with like women and men that are gender based, as in like, it's like a man did this because the man said, I'm a man, so I can do this. A woman said did this because a woman said, I'm a woman, I can do this. And I'm like, well, I'm a human. I can do what both y'all did, or as the human I am, I wouldn't do neither what y'all did because I'm just not her or him. So, boom. I think that's very important to know. That's a whole nother story as well. So like, I think you should know. But we're gonna get this 420 ganja started because I think I should blow. So with that being said, so okay, I'm out. Well, we out eating, okay? And it's this new chick. I'm a new chick. We new people, all right? We sit down. We got our drinks. The shorty, okay. The shorty next across from me. There's a guy there, and it's a shorty, okay. The shorty goes. I don't know what she did to get this water on her fingers, but she goes and put the water in your face, okay. Instantly, you look at the shorty. But in my story, instantly he looks at the shorty. Doesn't say anything. He looks. And then he says, "Why'd you do it?" The shorty literally says, it doesn't, you should just be happy. And don't be worried. Like, it's just water. It didn't hurt you. Like, it's not that serious. And then, like, silence comes. And then the shorty says, "Oh, the look on your face is like you're so bothered. Like, it's not that serious. Like, you just be okay. It's just water." And I speak up because I'm like, oh, this is self growth time, y'all. And I'm like, hey, can I tell you the whole scenario? What's going on here? Like, I don't know what's going on here, but this is what I think is happening, okay? So I'm like, okay, I see. You're having fun. You're doing fun things. He asked you a question, and you deflected it. You deflected the question. You didn't want to answer that. Okay, boom. You gave all these other statements that should have been what, in your mind, comforting and more fulfilling than the answer that was being sought after. Okay? And so then after you realized you deflected, you started to get a little uncomfortable, as in like second thoughts. You feel me? And then it was like, okay, well, in the midst of that, the inner you was like, girl, you, like, you can say girl, like the inner you was like, human, you just deflected the question. And then if the inside of her was, because she had her, inside of her was like, deflection is bad. If she can think that at all, then the moment she deflected and realized she actually deflected, her inner self was then when she said the look on your face is like you're mad or it's not that serious. She said that just to make her feel comfortable. Like, you made yourself uncomfortable with the fact that you deflected and you usually don't deflect. So now you trying to make yourself comfortable by watching the signs and talking directly to them and acting like you know what the scene is going like. And then I'm over here like, so just because you did something fun and he didn't laugh and giggle, you're going to accuse or determine that his choice of look and his choice of question and his choice of how he responded means that he didn't see it as a fun time, but only you could have seen it as a fun time because of your choice of action, your choice of do. So isn't that like, ain't that like pre-assumption judgment racist? Like, I don't know what that is, but that's a self thing to do. Like, that's a thing to do. And I don't know if it's men who do that or women do that, but I just think that men and women deflect questions, and men and women act like they can read someone else's mindset negatively. Like, they can be like, oh, you mad, and then when that person they just said you mad to say, bro, I'm not mad, why I gotta be mad? You want to argue that person down like, bro, I know you mad, because you said this. And the person be like, bro, I only said that because that was my response to what you just did and said to me. And it'd be like the person who did that to them is like, well, I think that if you wasn't mad, you would have just responded like this. And it'd be like, but I ain't never had this happen. Like, how am I supposed to respond to you differently? Like a bitch, like I've been to the future. I ain't never been to the future, bro. What happened the same time it happened. It happened then. You feel me? If I was supposed to know how to react to this because it was going to happen when it happened, and I was gonna know it happened, so I was gonna know how to make it happen the other way. Okay, I would have made it happen like that. But that's not how it happened. It didn't happen like that. So I couldn't have had it happen like that. So it just be like, and I know what I'm saying, yo, because I know I got the selfless value to be like, hey, when you feel like, hey man, I didn't even say that shit to you. I didn't say that. Like, that's not even how I meant it. I'm gonna be like, all right, well then that's not how you meant it. Well, tell me how you meant it then. All right, well you didn't say that. Well, tell me what you want to say instead. Tell me what you want to say instead. You dig? Like, I'm all the way on that. And then like, I'm on that. What's up? Okay, let's, yeah. So that was just crazy to me how like the breeze determined the negativity about somebody without claiming that you had any type of negativity steaming as well. It's like diabolical. Oh man, that shit crazy. And then we got moments where like, okay, fun. Like, let me ask you, do you believe a fact and a truth is the same thing, equal to? Or do you actually know that they're actually two different words, first off? So they have two different end result meanings, you know? So, like, do you know that they're different? Or are you one of the ones who, like, man, if the sky is blue, it's true it's blue. And it's a fact it's blue. That's the same thing, you dig? And then I'm like, bruh, the sky was gray yesterday. And right now, where I'm at, the sky is orange and pink. And a person say, well, nah, you ain't nowhere. How the sky orange and pink for you? Nah. The sky is blue. Like, if it's orange, you lying. And I'm like, has this ninja ever seen a sunset? Because just because you calling me at 3 o'clock in the daylight, okay, and just because you calling me at 8 p.m. at night, like, listen, you don't know what time it is. You don't know what time it is where I'm at. You feel me? So if I'm in Cali and you calling me, it don't matter what time you calling me. Like, shit, yeah, you can be calling me at 3 because it's probably still early as hell where I'm at. And yes, the sun is peaking. It's not even up for real where I'm at. You dig? So off rip, it's like, so off rip, it's like, yeah, what up though? Like, this is letting me know right now. We in two different areas. The facts and the truth is different. But you know what? You know what I told that person? I said, it's alright. Because I believe you. I believe what you just said is 100%. Like, I believe you, son. Like, I believe that the sky is blue for you right now. But can you believe that the sky ain't blue for me? No, I can't believe that. Okay. Well, I just think this is like one of those one-way street scenarios, and we really shouldn't be dealing with each other. The reply is, oh, you conceited, you full of it, you always want to be right, you want to be the leader of shit. It'd be like, no matter how right you may be with what you just said, I just want you to lead yourself to realizing that we got different mindsets. And I can approve that your mindset may be what it is and what it say. But I need you to approve that my mindset is going to, like, do the same damn thing. Like, it's going to be and do what it say. So if it come to a point where it's like, yeah, you know, my mindset say, like, I don't agree with that. I'm on the other side. You did, like, then what's that? You're not going to agree. You're not going to let me be on the other side. Like, you think just because we in the jungle together and it's two paths, we got to take the same one together? if it's three paths, what, we gonna take the same one together still? Like, yeah. You see? Nah, I'm like, bro, we're gonna take all the paths. First off, let's get a long vine, tie it to ourselves, and then we're gonna see how long it's gonna really become. You're gonna walk down the path. You get to a point where you feel like you can't go no further down the path, either because it won't stretch no more, or you done seen the clarity of the path, then I'm gonna pull your ass back. Or you gonna walk back. To me, we're gonna walk back to each other now. That may be extra time, but at that point we're gonna know whose path was better to go down. Whose path was easier to go down. And if you go down a path where something pop up on it and like you need help, you tied to me, I can pull you back. You're not by yourself. I think having that mindset help. So that also relates to like, do you have a practical mindset or do you have a reality mind, a realistic mindset? Okay, and sometimes I forget which one is which, but I've came to the realization that if I use it accordingly, I may figure it out. Like a realistic realization is like, yeah, we should go down the path of least resistance. You feel me? But how do you find it? Realistically, like, let's tie ourselves together because practically, like, that should bring us back, right? That's how I look at the question. Like, if you got two paths and you got to choose, like, realistically, do you go down this one? Or practically, realistically, you got a machete and it's vines everywhere. You see that shit. Like, you got to cut some of that shit down. On this one, you don't see no vines. But you like, damn, like, I got a machete. Like, why would I go down this one? This one machete, I'm going to cut it down. Like, because you realistically, you like, damn, I got a machete. I'm going to use that bit. Like, what are you talking about? Boom. You go down that path, and then you realize, like, boom, how you going to cut this shit down? Like, yeah, you got a machete, but now your arms hurt. You got to climb up something. You got to move something. The other path, you had to move this. You had to do this. You had to climb this. And every time you move something, every time you climb something, you found something else to put on your back. And then when you got to all the veins, the vines, like, you use your machete. Chop, 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 chop. You did. But it's crazy because, like, you were like, damn, I'm chopping this shit up because I got so much strength in my arms. Like, it was like exercise for you to go swinging like that. And so then at the end, like, you had extra tools to get to the next level, whereas on the first path, all you had was your machete still and exhaustion. Like, you can barely get through it because your arms hurt so bad. You can hold yourself up the climbing thing to even make it over. Like, so it really do be like, how are you being in life? Are you being practical or are you being realistic? And either or, like, you can be practically realistic and then you can be realistically practical. Like, it's okay to actually be able to identify both and do both because that's how important each of them really could be. Now, I get it that I want to get to doing more, hour lives and stuff, but this is all unscripted and I don't have any of it organized out. So that's just what was on my mind, and I'm going to go ahead and hop off. And I hope y'all got something out of it. And I just hope, like, you know, when I'm ready to do like self-growth classes and when I like pre-tell y'all, hey, like when I go live, it's going to be a class. It's premiering in like a day or 4 hours. I'm going to have me a little whiteboard. I'm going to have me like the little stick. Yeah, we're going to be up in there teaching. And I mean, people act like they want self-growth. They want insight to the mindset, to the body. But in hindsight, half the time I can't tell what y'all want. Because half y'all human-based gender-wise and half y'all human-based spiritual-wise. So, like, I know self-growth does definitely exist for the spiritual-wise, but even for the gender-based, you can fuck the self-growth as long as you just, like, like, stand, like, face it, face to face. You gotta face self-growth. You gotta know that no matter that you think, oh, a girl shouldn't, put her hands on a guy. The guy shouldn't put his hands on a girl. It's like a girl shouldn't be yelling at him, and a guy don't need to yell back. Like, what is we yelling for unless we like yelling for the pressure of our lungs to be able to stretch out? Like, if I'm gonna yell at you, you better think it's delicious, and if you gonna yell at me, I'm gonna think it's fantastic. Like, there should not be moments where we like, or I feel some type of way because what you did there, and it'd be like, you know, you never gave me no list to tell me all the things I should not have done there. So how you mad at me about the things I've done here? Like you never gave me a list to be like, bitch, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But you telling me I done this, I done this, I done this. But I ain't even got no list how I done it. How I done it, I ain't even got no list. You ain't even give me no list to know what I done. That's crazy. Like you give me the list, but there ain't even no list for what I've done. Like, nah, this shit crazy for real. You dig? But yeah, like I'm gonna make some phone calls. We're gonna see what's happening. And then like it's gonna be TV time for a little bit, maybe T-Pon photo shoot for Reddit. But other than that, uh, if y'all do this, if it will pop, and let it go down, put it up. Mm. Whew. I got one right here. It's on my neck for real. I need a massage for real. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I taught y'all some massages. That's why I said we need to get off because what am I talking about? Oh yeah, we talking about gas and shit. So, natural gas is up 1.76 on the market. All the oils and all the other and the crude and all that shit is down 1, 2, 3, 4% in the red. So if you are in a market and you are looking for something to go ahead and put your money into, I will say that natural gas has went up 1.37 in the green. That's a good go per se. I'm not sure. I don't really bet. I don't really market crypto. I don't mean that, but I'm thinking like at least my nigga might. I don't know. Help him out. Fuck it. But yeah, stay solid, stay cool, and most of all, make sure you realize like when you wake up like this, you do be tired when somebody be like, yo, so you gonna put on a wig today? Wear your lashes, wear your makeup, bro, at the end of the day, if we all didn't have shit, all we had was the river, the dirt, the mud, and anything else that we figure out. So my rose petals, I ain't dropped them hoes to make blush today. So they unavailable. Okay? Like it's like, damn, calm down, man. And what if girls like would wear for lashes, they had rose petals for lashes or something? This is why I gotta get off live. I would start talking about shit that don't even that has no relevancy to any self growth. Okay, but yes, get you a natural. Be a natural, stay a natural. And remember, all these grays is definitely because of lack of nutritional vitamins like K, copper, zinc. Yup. And yes, bitch, I know them and still ain't taking them, but I'm going to figure it out. I promise. So stay awesome, stay solid. Most of all, be the best you can be. When someone asks you how you been doing, be like, I've been doing the best I can be. Like, what you up to? I've been up to being the best I can be. What you got going? I got going being the best I can be. What you want to do? What I want to do I want to do me. I want to be the best every day. That's what I'm doing is being the best I want to be every day. Right? So you can be a guy and be like, I'm the best you ever met in your life. I'm the best man every day. What you doing? I'm the best man like alive today. Like what you up to do? I'm the best man up to any what you want to be up to. Like I'm the best man to be up with anything today. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, like I literally be talking like that. See y'all some June. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I'm out this bitch.